Wow. Hey, welcome back to Grit Jam. It's the Adam and Amber show today. Is almost what I just said. But we're going to be talking a little bit about nutrition. If you guys don't know, Amber's the nutritionist out here at Grit Gym. You're in the Grit Gym office because there's air conditioning here, so that we're not sweating our asses off. So that I'm not sweating my ass off like yesterday and last Friday. But anyway, if you have questions for Amber, please put them down below. She's going to answer them for us here. And today we're talking about alkalinity or acid-base balance with your body. So why there's certain stuff that is really good about that and certain ways that you can trip yourself up in there and everything in between. So you ready to go to the spectrums of the good and bad of acids and bases?
Sure. What
is it?
What is an acid and that's a very vague question. What are you asking me? Try again. Like, you want me to explain chemistry to everybody?
Like acid-base in terms of nutrition. You don't have to go into...
Well, I don't even know where to start.
All right, let's start with lifting off some foods. So, okay. Foods that are
alkaline foods.
Well, maybe that's a bad place to start too, because do you see how confusing? So this is
okay.
So when it comes to nutrition stuff, it's no wonder that everybody is so information overwhelmed that it's just an insane.
Do you want me to give an overview of alkalinity, like the concept of alkalinity from a nutritional perspective? Is that what you want, like the overview?
Sure.
Okay.
And then we can get into the details.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So when you eat food, so there's acidic foods and more alkaline foods, and when you eat them, the effect that they have in your body is not necessarily the same as the effect, like what you would test in a chemistry lab.
Yes.
In a chemistry lab, they burn things and measure the ash left over. But the difference between that and your body is that in your body, well, I guess the difference is in the lab, sugar burns really fast and easily, whereas in your body, that's not exactly the same. Sugar doesn't do the same thing that it does when it's on fire in a chemistry lab.
Weird.
Well,
weird. The inside, you don't have this, like, you don't actually have an internal furnace.
Right. So it does leave ash in your body, but it's processed differently than it would be if lit on fire. Right. So basically, if you eat like an orange or something that's a low sugar but high mineral content is usually what leaves the most alkaline ash in your body. So you do get ash in your body.
But wait a minute, isn't an orange an acidic food?
It is, but the ash left behind in your body after all of the food is digested, the little trace amounts left in your body will have an alkaline balance.
Yeah, it's called your post-renal acid load. So renal meaning kidney. Post-renal acid load is like, so if I eat an orange, and an orange is technically an acid, right? It's citric acid. So let's just, like, really super simple. We eat this orange. You'd think, okay, well, my body's going to process this, and it's going to do its thing, and I'm going to use it for energy. Bam, bam, bam. And then it's going to have an acidic effect on my body. However, once it goes through your kidneys and goes through the huge metabolic process that is just a chemistry test after chemistry test after chemistry test after chemistry test, it gets down and it ends up having an accumulative effect of alkalinity, which is the opposite of how it went in.
Right, and I think that the difference is like I said, that mineral content and the sugar content. Yeah. So when it comes to like things that are lower in sugar and higher in minerals are going to be what is the most alkaline have the most alkaline effect on your body.
Yeah. And we want to stay away from like how many hydrogen ions and stuff like that are going in. So we're going to stay away from that. But there are some ways that your body this becomes like almost fear mongering out on the internet. Like you read like, oh my God, if you don't eat alkaline, you're gonna die. If all you do is eat the Western style, if you eat meat, you're gonna die because it has an acidic effect on the body, and it does.
Well,
but it's small.
Well, here's the thing. So your blood alkalinity is something that you're not going to change, or you shouldn't try and change.
No.
Because it's a closed system. It sits at like, I want to say it's like a 7 point.
It's like 7.6
3.56
or
or something. Yeah. It's, but you don't.
It's slightly acidic.
You do not want to mess with that, and you couldn't probably through your diet. Like if you change that, you're going to be in the hospital.
Right.
Like you're going to be really sick.
Yeah.
But what you can change is your urine. But the thing, it's kind of a misnomer. So I think that people that follow the alkaline diet are the kind of people like me that like to see like measurable results, because you can pee on something and know whether it's alkaline or not.
Litmus test.
Yeah.
Literal
so like like a
test.
literal litmus test,
Yeah.
right? The problem in that is that, like, I don't know, have you ever not drank enough water or eaten asparagus? Like that system is easily changed.
Yeah.
Like on a day-to-day, hour-by-hour minute. It's super...
That's a very, very, very good thing. We want...
Yeah. Because what if it's messed up? You can't fix it.
Your body's going to get rid of the stuff that... If you put something in your body that your body doesn't like, your body's going to get rid of it as fast as it can. Have you ever had food poisoning? Now you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But it's not... I wouldn't say that peeing on these things are a very good... a good indicator of overall health.
Peeing on everything.
But you know, I don't know, what are they called?
Wieners?
No, the stick that you pee at the paper.
Litmus test. It's called
the litmus paper.
It's litmus
paper.
paper.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say...
The blue and the pink.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say... It is not... Your urine is not... It is a snapshot of right then.
Yeah.
It is not an overall indicator of health.
Right.
In this sense.
Yeah. It's.
Do you not like me talking about pee on Facebook?
No, it's just really funny.
I don't know how to...
You're like, what are those things called?
No, not...
It's like, I don't know. Like
the wieners.
The things you go pee with? I don't know. But I think there's... this stuff gets so... it's easily sold as this, like, almost... like really dangerous thing to go to eat acidic foods, but really like an alkaline, like something that is extremely alkaline can burn you pretty bad too. Like in the movie Fight Club, you know when he burns the back of his hand?
I do.
And he kisses it to leave like moisture on it, and then he pours the lye on top. Lye is an alkaline. Lye, like you drink lye and you're gonna die.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean...
Well, you don't get to really drink lye, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's extremely alkaline. So you, like, any different direction, it's gonna change these things.
My mom said, my mom's now watching, looks like I came in at a great time. Maybe she saw the...
How'd you know?
I think that the thing to keep in mind with all this stuff is it's really hard to outsmart the body.
It really is.
Your body will always try and reach homeostasis. Like, it will always try and go back to what it's designed to be, no matter what you do to it. I mean, now if you go extreme, like, you drink lye or bleach or something crazy, you're going to screw it. I'm just saying, but you
went hard.
Lye is just as hard as
no
bleach.
Kidding.
But I'm saying, like, you do something insane, like, you can do damage to it, you know. But, like, as far as, like, eating meat versus eating kale, like, your body is going to figure it out, and it's going to go try and go back to its, you know, the gut is, like, at 6 point something, you know, like it's going to always try and reach this spot. If you eat something, you eat a bunch of foods that have a post-renal acid load that is extremely acidic, your body is going to buffer that somehow. So your body's going to buffer out your blood somehow. So it's either going to it's going to take calcium out of your muscles, calcium out of your bones, calcium out of somewhere, and it's going to push it in the bloodstream to try to stabilize you. Or it's going to take glutamine out of your muscles, glutamine out of places, and it's going to try to put it in the blood to stabilize that out so that it can go back to a more manageable level of you will be hard pressed to change your blood pH through your diet. I mean, maybe slightly for very short amounts of time, but I mean,
you'd have to work at it.
It would, and you wouldn't want to.
No.
That would be very poor for your health.
Yeah, you'd probably be sick by then.
Yeah.
But there is a certain amount of like trusting your body that should take place. Do you think?
Yeah. I mean, well, like I said, it's going to go back to what. So here's the thing: people who subscribe to the alkaline diet philosophy, I think that the thing to keep in mind is the foods that are on that diet, the things that are the most alkaline foods are going to be green vegetables.
Great for you.
Fish.
Good for you.
Low sugar fruits.
Good for you.
So, like, when you see results from this diet and you are peeing on the paper, like you feel like this diet is all that and a bag of chips. Like you think it's great.
All that and a bag of chips.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like it's
Put
great.
that on a t-shirt.
We should. But you think it's great because you're getting results on an actual piece of paper and you're getting results from what you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
You should eat, if you ate fish, greens, and low sugar fruit, like that's pretty freaking healthy, right?
Yeah,
so,
you're doing yourself a favor.
Yeah. So, I mean, the question is, I don't think that it has anything to do with the alkalinity of the food necessarily. It has
You mean the benefits that you get off of eating the alkaline versus acidic diet?
Right. I think that it is
100%.
Antidotal. Like, I think that it's based on you're eating really healthy food.
Yeah.
Not the pH of the food.
Yeah, and we're not talking bad about the acid, like alkaline acid thing. Like it's there, it's a tool to use, but it's like one tiny thing. And I think like it's what she just said. Like the reason that you get all the benefits is because you ate all the plants and you ate like you got all the good stuff.
Right.
You ate all the good stuff and good things happen.
Right.
You eat all the bad stuff and bad things happen.
But I mean, when you look at things that would be considered like more acidic foods, where it's like the meats. Or like the eggs are more acidic.
Of the proteins, eggs are the most acidic.
Yeah,
because what is it? I always pronounce it wrong. They're arachidonic or they're arachidonic or it's something like that. It's the highest in eggs. It's the highest in egg yolks. But that doesn't mean that you should not eat an egg or an egg yolk. There are a lot of really great things in the yolk.
Or meat for that matter. Yeah. You know, I mean, but it also high in acid is like sugar, which you probably should keep to a minimum. But when you start getting rid of whole food groups in general, you're
asking for trouble.
Well, you're asking for trouble in a sustainable longevity type of way.
Yeah.
But so if you ate just fish, green vegetables, and low sugar fruit, right? Like you would see results because you got rid of like you're not eating any sugar.
But I want some.
You want eggs and meat, but like.
But I want some ice cream.
Right. I'm just saying, like
but I want it.
And you'll probably end up eating it, and that's probably why it's not going to be sustainable. But like you're going to see results. It's just when you eliminate an entire food group like that, you usually see results in the short term. Anyway.
Yeah. I personally think like the acid-base balance thing, like it's got some science behind it, and I think it's fine. I think it's good to like focus on eating more fruits and more vegetables and like all the good stuff. But at the same time, I don't think it's the whole show. Just like, and I think it's a little bit of a gimmick.
I think you believe in it more than I would say. I think it's a gimmick.
I think it's a gimmick. I think like being vegan, that's a gimmick. Being keto, it's a gimmick. Paleo, it's a gimmick. But like within all of these gimmicks, you can see
results in any of them.
Right. Like most things work if you work at them.
Well, that's the thing, right?
And everything works for 6 to 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Everything works for 6 to 12 weeks.
We tell people all the time the nutrition stuff, like your personal nutrition philosophy, adherence is more important than anything else. Yeah. So if you're going to decide I'm never eating a carb ever again, I'm going to lose weight. But your adherence to that philosophy is what's going to get you the weight. Because,
I did
weight
that once. I was just like the most miserable.
Were you grumpy?
I was like, fuck you. Not to her, but so like, I mean, this is.
I mean, you probably did.
If you were around at the time, yeah.
But yeah,
I was just grumpy for a while.
Right, but what doesn't work is that like going on and off different philosophies over and over again is going to do harm to your body in general and do not produce results. So, I mean, adhering to anything will probably get you
at some point
results.
too.
Yeah.
And one of the things with the gimmicks that I was mentioning before, like they might be gimmicks, but there's probably some good takeaways in there. Like veganism, it's garbage, but at the same time, eat a bunch of fruits and vegetables. How are you going to argue with that?
Yeah, I mean, right.
Paleo, how are you going to argue with grass-fed beef? Like,
you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff, but you just have to make sure that whatever you're doing is sustainable for you.
Adherence, big deal.
And what your goals are too.
Yeah.
Because if your goal is to gain a whole bunch of muscle, like if you're Eric, are you gonna live on greens, fish, and low sugar fruit? Will he gain the amount of muscle that he would like to?
Eric would probably weigh like 160 pounds if he did that.
So, once again, like not to lump everything into weight. I might also. Yeah, but do you know what I'm saying? Like not to weight. Everything isn't about weight loss, right? Like so much information out there is about weight loss, but not everything is. So if you're Eric and you ate the low alkaline diet, he would lose muscle.
Yeah, and really, at some point, health isn't even about weight loss. Like you don't like being completely shredded out isn't necessarily healthy. Just like being like if you're 30 pounds overweight, you're also not healthy. Like you might be in really good shape at 30 pounds overweight, but don't tell me that you're like in an optimal position that you want to be.
Well, optimal subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
What are you doing? Like if you're a linebacker.
Well, right, yeah. I'm just meaning in terms of life, like walking around. You're putting extra wear and tear in your joints. Sure. Yeah, like for instance, the BMI. Like I said for the longest time that it was just absolute garbage. It's so stupid. It's just a ratio between your height and your weight. But we know statistically, bigger people break down faster. So BMI has at least a little bit of validity.
I think that there's probably other markers that are
way better. Of course.
I mean, I think that they say, I don't remember what they are, but there's like 5 things, right? That like if you do these every day, it doesn't matter like as much what you weigh.
Turkish
like,
get-ups.
Yeah, if you but it's like purposeful exercise, certain amount of sleep, stress me. Like I don't remember what they are, so don't quote me. But like there's certain things that like if you did exercise every day, if you ate a certain kind of diet every day, if you got enough sleep every night, and like those extra 10 pounds might not matter.
The funny thing is, I know what she's talking about, and they're all things that are like, we already know all of these, but we don't do them. So, like I was looking up statistics the other day, and one of the things was that only 8% of the United States actually gets enough physical activity to reap the rewards of it.
I believe that.
I was like, holy shit. Only 12% of the United States actually has some kind of gym membership. I thought that was interesting.
Just because you have a gym membership doesn't mean you use it, right?
Yeah, right. And we're almost to the point, depending on the age group, the highest age group I think was the 35 to 45-year-old age group, and they're like 40% of the United States is obese in that category. And they're classifying obese and overweight in 2 different categories now. Okay, so obese is overweight. They're saying like 60% of the United States is overweight and 40% of the United States is obese. And so I don't know what they're classifying as overweight now, but
you know what the thing is? I think that too the BMI thing, like that stupid chart is like you would be obese.
I'm like
a
29 on the But that's the thing.
But like on like a actual like pinch test or like something like that, that's actually like real. Like don't compare yourself to that chart.
I'm probably a 12 on if you actually did a pinch test, or like if you actually took like a DEXA scan of me, I'm probably like 12%. But on a BMI, I'm like a 29.
That's what I mean. Like it's not like
so I think you have to be using it for the right thing. The reason I said about the validity behind the BMI is just like bigger people break down faster, meaning their joints.
Sure.
Like they're more likely to break bones because they have longer bones.
I don't let anyone near me with those calipers.
Why is that?
Because you want some Amber therapy? Because like when I was in like 6th grade in gym class.
That's the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah, they like lined us all up. Like I don't know if there was some like standardized fitness thing that they wanted to see what all the kids were at or whatever, but they totally like calipered me in front of everybody in like 6th grade gym class. That's how I feel about them. They give me the heebie-jeebies. So now, like, Adam pulls them out for anybody, and I'm like, ooh. I hate them. It's not like
you can get one by request at Grit Gym. We don't make people do them.
I try to talk people out of them.
Personally, I think all before and after stuff that gyms do is absolutely garbage. Like before and after photos, I think that's just it's exploitation and it's fat shaming. I think it's so pathetic.
Well, it's marketing for them. It has nothing to do with you.
Right? They take your picture and then they're like, I just can't imagine. I cannot imagine asking someone, please take off all your clothes except for your underwear, and I'm going to take some pictures of you. Like, what a scumbag. Like gym owners that do that, like, I just can't.
Well, we've talked about this, right?
Gross.
Like, so I own another business. It's a spray tan business, and we spray tan people all the time for those pictures. So it's like, so you come in and you see, like, it's like, have you seen those things that are like before and after pictures in the same day with like better lighting, better posture, and a spray tan? Like, it's kind of like that. Like,
get your pump on.
Yeah. You kind of do that but it's like people prep, like it makes your gym like these before and after pictures, like, oh my god, look at the great results they have. Yeah, look at the great results they have. But it's like really, it incentivizes people to go to extreme measures to look better in their after pictures, which then makes the gym look better. But it's really like, spray tans, makeup, getting your pump on, standing up straighter, better lighting, all of these things. And free marketing for the gym because you're going to all these extreme measures to get these awesome results for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty silly, really. Like right now, we could go get like just ass loads of tacos, right?
And
just
we might.
Get
that might happen.
Get I could go. We'll go down to Banditos. I'll eat 20 tacos, and then I'll get my underwear, take a picture 2 hours later, and I'll look bloated, and I'll look like kind of like my eyes will be all swelled up because of the amount of salt that I just ate. I'll look like crap because I'll feel like crap, and then 2 weeks later, I'll work out and I'll do all my normal stuff, and then about 5 days out, I'll stop. I'll do all my water depletion stuff. I'll do all my I'll get all the sodium out of my system. I'll get a spray tan for Amber, and then we'll do another photo test. And I almost guarantee you, barely anything changed, but I will look like two different people.
Yeah, I mean, and that's exactly like when you do those before and afters for other gyms, like you're just marketing for them. And they've got, like, it's genius for them, right? Because they've got you working to look as good as you can in the after photos.
And
but it's humiliating.
I still think, like, just the fact of asking someone to do that would be, like, I can't get over that. Like, I really do, like, gyms that do that, they're the Harvey Weinsteins of the fitness industry. It's disgusting.
I feel like that should be on a t-shirt.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's dumb. This has nothing to do with alkalinity, but
it doesn't.
But yeah, I agree. I think it's really dumb.
Yeah, that's why we don't do it. But anyway, how did we get there? Oh, because of the before and after with the calipers, and then we went and yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Salt's a huge thing though in alkalinity too. I would say. I mean, I think that the more sodium you eat, the higher acidic your ash in your body would be too. Yeah. Sodium would have a.
I get to eat as much salt as I want because I'm typically pretty low.
I don't know that I've ever. I think salt is another completely side subject, but I think that people who say they don't like vegetables or like healthy foods undersalt their foods when they're cooking generally.
Could be.
I think that learning to properly salt your food while you're cooking, not after. I'm not talking like taking a shaker and putting it on, but like before you cook food and putting it on before is part of the cooking process. I think people who don't like that stuff a lot of times like have just had really bland food. I
think that's some of the thing with health food is everybody thinks it's got to taste like crap, and it really doesn't. If you can figure out a couple different ways to make vegetables that you enjoy, do it.
It happens all the time, right? Like, so for the nutrition groups at the gym, like I bring in food all the time that I make, and everyone's like, there'll always be somebody, right? Like I don't like cabbage, or I don't like Brussels sprouts, or I don't like my nutrition. I think Madison's on there. Madison's one of my people. Madison
is our people.
She is our people. But I'm saying, like, how many times she can speak to this? Like, how many times has somebody been like, I don't like that food, and then I bring it, they eat it, and they're like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. I think I could eat this, and you're like, yeah. You just don't know how to, like, people who don't think they like Brussels sprouts have had like boiled Brussels
overly steamed Brussels sprouts when they were like 4 years old, and they had some adult over the top of them like, you eat that, and you're like, I don't like this. Right.
When like actually like you like roast it with a little bit of bacon, all of a sudden you're like, this is delicious.
Or you have a little bit of coconut oil and it tastes like dessert.
It tastes great. It happens all the time. So I would say that when it comes to, it doesn't have to taste like crap.
Nope.
It can taste really good. You just gotta figure it out.
What about pizza with like vegetable pizza?
I mean, I'd say get your vegetables however you can.
It's good.
I mean, if you're going to eat pizza, I say eat a veggie pizza.
Probably.
Get the vegetables.
Yeah, I suppose. If you enjoy it, I just think like if you're gonna have pizza,
I like vegetable pizza.
Enjoy it as much as you can. I like Supreme pizza.
But
too.
I mean, why not?
Did I tell you that we have a pizza?
Oh yeah, you did tell me. You sent me a picture.
Oh, that's right. So I think it starts next Monday at Marquee Pizza in Corville. The guy that owns the place works out at Grit Gym, and so they did a special just for us for a month. So you guys get to go and try the Grit Gym pizza at Marquee.
Should do that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I say like I think that like part of the battle is just sneaking in all the veggies. Like I tell people eat veggies with every meal. That's what like one.
You should. The first thing you put in your mouth at any meal should be the vegetable.
Yeah.
If you would do yourself a huge favor if you had a glass of water and you finished your vegetables before you did anything else at each meal. Like something so simple right there, you'd be way ahead of the game in terms of health and in terms of like a what am I trying to say? Fat mass.
Oh.
I was trying to think of a better way to say it.
I was like, body fat percentage.
Body fat percentage.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I say eat. I mean, don't eat veggie pizza every day, but if you're gonna have pizza, put some veggies on it. Get them where you can. Throw them in your scrambled eggs.
They put broccoli on top of their pizza the other day.
I like broccoli on my pizza.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of broccoli.
How can you call yourself a healthy person?
I eat asparagus and spinach and kale and all kinds of other things. Yeah.
I think that means you haven't tried it enough, Adam.
Yep.
I think we need to keep giving him broccoli until he likes it.
I like broccoli with hummus, and that's kind of the end of it.
I like broccoli on my pizza fine.
You're hardcore.
I don't know. I like veggies. I practice what I preach.
For real. Yeah. But anyway, what else?
I don't know.
Ready to jump off?
Yeah.
Did you guys enjoy this one? I hope so. We're gonna hop off the show, but I hope you guys got something out of this. There are a lot of gimmicks out there. Some of them have a certain amount of science behind them, and that's probably why they became the thing that they became. So you should listen, but take all the good stuff and get rid of all the crap and be logical as you can throughout the process.
Be a skeptic.
Maybe that's what this should be.